You know, it's not hard to see where things are going. It's not difficult for those that have eyes to see and ears to hear to see how men are being cajoled and manipulated and shamed and talked down to. Where have all the good men gone? Why won't they come to my rescue? I can't date anybody. This is all you hear now. Well, for those of us that are on the edge of the cultural sword, this is all we see and all we hear. And it's intensifying. And I'm going to take you through it. So stay tuned and enjoy the show.
You're watching Hammerhand, the MGTOW Monk.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Hammerhand, the MGTOW Monk. Back at you. One more again, man. Yo, man. Yo. What's going on out there, people? How you doing? It's been a minute. Putting all those shorts up, rebuilding the channel, keeping the brand out there and alive and infuriating shitty feminists and cocksuckers that want to take advantage of me and you and your sons and your cousins and every other male on the planet. That's right, and we're not going to do that. I can't speak for you, and I won't. I wouldn't suggest it. I would never try to. I'm not going to do it. And as long as I have influence in my son's life, he's not going to do it. Plain and simple. We don't make ourselves disposable for these people anymore. But you're supposed to be a protector and a provider, Mr. Hammerhand. And your son is supposed to graciously offer up his life to keep this piece of shit, monolithic failure of a society going. No, thank you. No, thank you. You, females, you fought for it, right? You didn't really fight for it, but that's what you tell each other. You fought for it. You went out there and you got it. You was awarded those rights. You see, I've always said that if people can give you rights, they can take them away. People can award you rights, they can take them away. I do my very best not to live within the constraints, the confines of this nonsense, this garbage. And that's exactly what it is. But that comes with the price. The price is you're a social pariah. You're being shamed, right? But what do we say about MGTOW? Red pillars, most red pillars anyways. Monks in particular. You cannot shame us. You cannot come to me with a list of demands and tell me, well, you should be doing X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3, because you're a man. Isn't that sexist? Sounds a little sexist to me. Of course, I don't believe in that shit. Anybody that's been watching this channel for any length of time will understand when somebody says, well, I think you're a racist. I'm going to tell you that I don't believe in racism. Plain and simple. You can like who you want. You can dislike who you want. It's just that simple. Racism is a term that was created by somebody, and we know who the somebody is. If you don't, I'm going to tell you, Leon Trotsky, and that's not his real name. Look up his real name. Look up who he was affiliated with. Look up who he was. And then you'll understand what's going on with the term racism. It was a divide and conquer strategy to support unity towards the state, collectivism, communism, Marxism, blah, 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 blah. Consolidate all of that power, the wealth, the control, and have your million fucking sheep out here execute the plan. Well, that ain't my plan. I didn't vote for it. I didn't want it. And I ain't doing it. That's why, come in here. That's why I find myself in the position of having a very decent life right now. Because I don't have to fuck away money, time, and resources. Like our brother RPM says, the ATM, attention, time, and money, right? I don't have to do that. I'm not gonna do that. So I stack my fucking green. I take care of those in my circle, and it's very small. Don't tell nobody, man. It's a secret, okay? Don't let that word get out that motherfuckers are walking off this plantation in droves. It's just between us. And there's nothing that can be done about this. The mass awakening of men is happening. You're watching it in real time. When people like Laura Ingraham and that idiot Greg Gutfeld get on Fox News and they start talking about, oh, what happened on that train? It's emblematic of what? What's it emblematic of? It's emblematic of 40 fucking years of single mothers. That's what it's emblematic of. It's emblematic of policy that is put in place to make government husband to woman and just move guys, men over there. 40 years of men walking around as men, and they're hardwired females because they don't have any male influence. No men are around. Why? Why aren't the men around? Because they've been pushed out of the home. Because their role as protector and provider, it wasn't taken from them. It is expected of them. Everything around them changed, was allowed to change, was encouraged to change, except them. That's not anything that I'm going to do. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Females, if you don't want me, if you don't want the guys out there that are out there, the 99% of all human males that you reject, fuck you. Fuck a bitch. Fuck them good. But don't touch them. Don't be alone with them. But Hammer, aren't you paranoid? No, I'm informed. I know what goes on out in this motherfucker. I know how to handle that shit. I know what it's all about. You see? I've had people that are close to me personally affected by this fucking nonsense. You don't get to point the finger at somebody, drop an accusation on them. Oh, I had a bad date. Did he actually force me to drink a soda pop? That could be considered rape. I don't know. Am I wrong? Man, that's all it takes. And when the majority of millennials and Zoomers, which are going to be the target audience for men my age anyways, are out there talking shit about how they just need to take advantage of somebody. I just needs me a sugar daddy. I'm not interested at all in providing that kind of life for a fucking ingrate. At all. And then, of course, you have the 40, 50, and 60-year-old rabid feminists whose feminism has warped and demented their minds to such a point, to such an extreme, that when they see a man with somebody that ain't them, they start thinking about ways that this woman is being controlled, this woman's being used, this woman's being abused. No, that woman is getting paid. That woman is doing what she should be doing at those very young, tender, delicious years, providing children. But I don't want to be a baby factory. Get the fuck out of here then. Go talk about social issues. Do something. Go drink some wine. Get the fuck on down the road. You don't have to be a baby factory for nobody. It's kind of unfair, really. Kind of unfair. Men suffer their own bullshit. A lot of it. A lot of it. And it's still going on, and it'll go on for some time until men decide collectively that they're not going to take this shit no more. And I feel that that day is coming. It's a lot closer than I thought it was just a few years ago. We'll see. Men can produce, babies into their 70s and 80s. Women, not so much. We can do it all. No, you can't. You can't. You can be a successful business person. You can get your master's, your PhD, your doctorate. Go and get that motherfucker. But if you've got a child, you're not an effective mother. Plain and simple. It's either the practice, the pursuit of the money, the pursuit of the lifestyle, or take care of your kids. And judging by the amount of men that are in the prison system, you can pretty much be guaranteed that they went after the other shit instead of taking care of their kids. Because that's what they do for 45 fucking years, 55 years. That's what they do. That's what they've done for a long time now. Long time. The dysfunction, the willingness to demonstrate your dysfunction on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. It's stunning to me. Stunning. And it shouldn't be, because I've been ass deep in it for years now. But with the advent of things like Instagram and TikTok, it's amazing to me. Absolutely amazing to see the degenerate nature of human beings. 30 seconds at a time, or 3-minute clips, whatever TikTok does for you nowadays, or Instagram, or wherever it is that you go. The mob mentality is alive and well. And they don't even know it. You see, when these people cry rape or sexism or racism, and they start pointing fingers, they're the biggest rapists, sexists, and racists. Those that are pointing the finger and screaming the loudest are the ones that need to be investigated, because they're the ones doing all the fucking dirt. They're the ones that are slanging and banging all that bullshit, throwing it out there, trying to destroy anybody that challenges their narrative, their worldview, their reality. So, gentlemen, you understand, don't you? Don't you? Trust me when I tell you, if you work on controlling your biology, if you work on controlling those feelings and those emotions, when you're seeing one of them, you're like, man, that woman is gorgeous. You can say that, you can appreciate that, but you cannot let your biology direct you and put you in a position that's going to get you hurt or jailed or killed. This is a fucking thing now today. This is a thing. And like I said just a few seconds ago, these bitches will run their mouth all day about, well, men don't have to worry about being killed on a date. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And for those dumb broads out there that keep saying, well, just prove it. Well, you go fuck yourself. We have thousands of cases sitting out there right now. Hundreds of cases that have been solved already. And all these dummies worry about is, well, we don't get a conviction rate for blah, blah. But if they're lying, you don't get a conviction. If the evidence isn't there, you don't get a conviction. If she hate fucked somebody, you don't get a conviction. That's just the way it is. And that forces, in my mind anyways, I will say that this is only my opinion, that forces them to be a little more discerning about who they open their fucking legs for. Right? And that's the way it should be. If you invite, I hate to say this about any man, but if you invite a bum into your womb, ladies, and you become impregnated, and the bum decides that he's not going to take care of the kids, that's on you. But how can you say that, Hammer? He left. Who let him in the womb? said, I like them pecs, I like them biceps, I like that smile and the way he smells. Come on in, motherfucker, get that thing. Bangity, bangity, bang. Oh, man. He did it. He did what he was designed to do. And so did you. And you think that you don't have any accountability in that decision. You think because he got you pregnant that he's responsible for everything. He's not. He has his part in it and you have your part in it. Take care of your business. Stop letting dummies get into your womb. Stop fucking everything that moves. You got to start thinking, females. You got to start thinking about what you do. I know that requires a little effort for a lot of y'all. You're too used to being on the pedestal. You're too used to having everything your own fucking way. Them days are coming to an end. That era is drawing to a close very quickly. You men out there, you take care of yourselves. Keep doing what you're doing if you're doing it right. Set your foundation, morals, ethics, values, principles, and control your biology. And in no time flat, you'll be sitting on fucking stacks. Stacks. In no time flat. You come home, you got a nice big bed to sprawl out in. You ain't got to fuck with nobody. You ain't got to share it with anybody. Oh, but you're being greedy, Hammerhand. No. I'm doing everything that you said you want to do for yourself. But you set different terms, rules, and conditions for me based on my genitalia. You're the lowest of the low. The lowest of the low. Absolutely unaccountable for anything. And that's the number one reason why you're losing at everything. Go get that career. It won't be satisfying with millions of dollars in the bank. With a great big awesome juicy home. Unless you're one of those very rare few females out there that have no maternal instinct whatsoever. There are some. There are some. And then you've met and exceeded your goals. Congratulations. I mean that too. Congratulations. Go get yours. But for those of you that have the maternal instinct, guess what? Which is most of you. You got problems. You got problems. 35 comes around. You can smell the dust. Oh, you can. You walk and you shake them grains out of your crotch. I see it. You see it. We all know it. The wall, fast approaching. That's why you see a whole bunch of younger women with older men. Men don't hit their prime until they're about 30, and they keep going all the way to death. That's what men do. Plain and simple. Women have the advantage in the sexual marketplace early in life. That disappears very fast. Disappears with looks. It disappears with aging. It disappears quickly when you start to hit that wall. And it don't take long. Don't take long. You can have wall banger men out there all day long getting fucking laid and still getting paid. Oh, but he can't get no pussy. So, and what does that mean for anybody? It doesn't mean shit. Oh, but he's an incel. So, who cares? Ad hominem is the domain of persons that don't have an argument for anything. That's what ad hominem is. I hope everybody understands that. I hope everybody becomes familiar with the idea that the ad hominem attack is the bottom of the barrel. It's like reaching down, picking up mud and throwing it at somebody because you can't say or do anything else. The plain and simple is that until ladies get their shit together collectively and they start to understand that they have undermined themselves, they have sacrificed the contract between men and women. They have embraced big government. They have replaced men with government and a check. And you still have the audacity, the nerve, the temerity to say, where are all the good men at? Oh, they're there. They're watching you disintegrate. They're stacking their green. They're perfecting their lockout game. They're retracting their consent to be your toy. They're learning about themselves. That's where all the good men went. They're still there. You just can't see them anymore. That ghost nation is growing by leaps and bounds. And all the happy ghosts are sitting out here watching this motherfucker crumble and burn. And they're smiling. And they've got their spits ready and a bag of marshmallows. And they're very comfortable with that. Just like me. You have yourselves a marvelous day out there, gentlemen. And remember, every day above dirt is a blessing. It's a blessing to wake up, to see the sun, to smell the grass. It's a blessing, even when it's a shit sandwich. You're awake. Take advantage of it. Do something to make yourself feel good, to feel right. Plain and simple. And I'll catch you on the next one.